What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with our Tales of Crestoria video. So, the brand new chapter came out, which I did stream with some difficulties today. Had a bunch of dropping frames issues, so I apologize if you tuned into the stream, or you're watching the archive and it's just not the best, but I guess if you're watching it, you'll have seen me say that it's not the best. It just tells me that I can no longer stream in the afternoon, because it never happens when I stream at night. Anyways, we are going to actually be hopping back into the story, because for those who don't know, this chapter pretty much confirmed who the 3 one-year anniversary units are going... No, I'm just going to say it. They 100% confirmed who the one-year anniversary units are going to be. There's no doubt in my mind it's going to be anybody else but these 3, unless they add like a 4th. But I don't see them adding 4 characters. So we are actually going to hop into the 3 stages that show off we can use these units and kind of talk about them. You know, talk about what element they might be and all that good stuff. So this will have, obviously, spoilers from the new chapter. So if you have not read the new chapter yet, I would recommend not watching this video yet. And that's pretty much how it goes. So the first one isn't really... a big surprise to anybody, is Demon Vicious, who we've already used in a past chapter. You can go ahead, you can see him right here. Which, of course, this is not going to be his artwork for his SSR, but I'm not going to go into the chapter itself, because I'm not going to click through a bunch of scenes. But if you do watch the chapter, for all 3 of these characters we're going to go over, they do show an animated, or not animated, but a, what would you even call it? I guess you would just call it the SSR artwork. I don't know if it's confirmed that that will be the artwork they use for the SSR, but it looks like it very well could be. So that does give us an idea of what the artwork for Demon Vicious and the other 2 we're going to talk about are going to be. So, you know, we'll just go over all 3 of them here. I've already gone over Demon Vicious before, but we can do it again. The stage starts off with Demon Vicious using his Mystic Art. Very, very cool. So here's the deal. As you can see here, Demon Vicious is fire. Now, that doesn't necessarily guarantee that his SSR for the anniversary will be fire, but I do think there's a very good chance, considering the theme kind of his demon form seems to be very fiery. And the other thing is, they're not going to double up on colors for SSRs. So, Vicious's original SSR is dark, so it's not going to be dark again. So that's pretty much what it comes down. I mean, if they do it, I'll be very surprised, but I really don't see it happening, because then you can't run them together anyway. If this Vicious does end up being dark, you wouldn't be able to run both Vicious on the same team, which is like, what's the point? What if the original Vicious is one of your best units? But if you have a max duped out and everything, you can't put them on the same team. So, for the most part, they're going to try and avoid same colors. They have mentioned before that for different versions of a character, they may eventually... make it so you can use it, but that doesn't mean like, that means like actual seasonals. So if you had a original Yuri Lowell and you had a Yuri Lowell that's like a, you know, like his Groom one, his White Day one, you might be able to use them on the same team eventually. But I don't think, I guess maybe Demon Form Vicious and regular Vicious would eventually be able to do that, but as of right now, you can't run them together, or you won't be able to. So that's why I don't think they're going to double up on colors for the 3 characters we're going to be talking about here. So, let's just go over all his abilities again, even though we've done this before. His first art, or one of his arts, I don't know which one is 1 or 2. But this one, Cursed Prison, it's a defense down by 20% on all enemies for 3 turns. His attack art is Riotous Fang, or Riotous Fang, which is 200% 7 hits all enemies, so both of his arts are, you know, attack all. And then also his Mystic Art, Devour the Heavens, which we just saw, is also all enemy attack, 300% 1 hits all enemies. So he's going to be a great attack all unit for fire, which I feel like fire could really benefit from. I mean, just in my account, the only like attack all stuff I can really think of that I really use is Luke, one of Luke's arts. He has the 2 enemies plus AoE, so if you attack the middle unit, you can hit all 3 people. So it's kind of an attack all depending on your situation. But other than that, I mean, I'm sure there's other units that have attack all stuff, but as for my team, I don't really have anyone else who really does attack. EX Leon doesn't, Mizella doesn't. Obviously, Sherry is just a healer. So I really don't have too much else to kind of work with on that front. I don't think Mew doesn't. I don't think. He might have an attack all, I might be wrong. But yeah, so let's get started. So, Cursed Prison, start off with that. Definitely going to show off the animations for this stuff. Alright, so now we'll go with Riotous Fang. I probably should have actually saved that for the next rotation, but this is fine. And then we'll go ahead and Mystic Guard again. Devour the Heavens. There you have it. That is Vicious's, what I feel like is going to be his anniversary unit. It's obviously his unlocked Blood Sin. Before, you know, last chapter, he couldn't control it. But obviously, if you've read the chapter, you know what he kind of went through, what all of them went through. All 3 characters we're going to be talking about today to kind of understand, you know, why he couldn't control it before. So, second character, Flames of Atonement. Our second character, as you're going to see right here, is Mizella. So Mizella is the second character in this chapter who unlocked her Blood Sin, which I have mixed feelings on the chapter itself. I do feel like they could have probably split this into 3 parts. Like, instead of doing, like, a sub-story next month, they could have just had a part 3 and just kind of extended this whole thing, because I do feel like Mizella and the final character, I mean, I don't know why I say final character, you know who it's gonna be, it's Kanata. I feel like they kind of, like, unlocked it a bit too fast. So I feel like we could have had some more padding to kind of lengthen it out a bit, but it is what it is. Obviously, they want to have this out by the anniversary, so that way, you know, they have an excuse to make a summon for them. Which even the month of the anniversary is going to have the first part of Chapter 9, which if we do go to Toshimina, it's probably going to be Orwin's chapter, so by August, Orwin should officially join the group. But, okay. So as you can see, Mizella here is water, which I do think water will probably be what she's going to end up being, but we'll talk about that a little bit once we're actually in here. I know it's probably going to sound very weird that I say I think it's okay that she's water. Hellfire Flood. So that's the only that's like one of the main reasons I think it's fine if she's water, because like they have Flood in her Mystic Art name. So yeah, there's that. So I do think water fits. She's not going to be fire again, which obviously, you know, it's like, oh, but her power is fire. But again, at the same time, it's not just about what makes sense in terms of the lore of the game. It's about what they can make different units for. And first and foremost, this game is a gacha, so putting these characters as different colors is always going to come before, because otherwise, all 3 of these characters could be fire. And we're not going to have a triple fire banner, because then fire is going to be stupidly OP and the other colors are going to be lacking. So I do think Vicious will be fire. I think Mizella will be water. And then we'll talk about Kanata when we get to his stage. But let's take a look at her arts. She's pretty much a similar kind of layout to her normal SSR, where she has a heal for one of her arts, an attack for another, and then her Mystic Art is an attack. So we have Blessed Heat, which is a 20% HP restore to all allies, so that's fine. You can buff that up a little bit once you, work on her Transcend board and stuff, probably. Embracing Flames, 200% 2 hits, 1 enemy. And then her Mystic Art, which we just saw, Hellfire Flood, 280%, 14 hits, 1 enemy. So it's a decent combo builder for sure. So let's start off with Embracing Flames. Take a look at it. So she pretty much... Oh, well, there you go. I'm not going to get to show off the other ones because that enemy died in no time at all. That's fine, though. The other one's just a heal. It's not really a huge deal to kind of show it off, so... There you go. That's it for Mizella. So I do think she'll be a water unit, for sure. I'm not sure what they're going to do stat-wise with these units. I'm sure at least one of them is going to be on the defensive side. But we'll have to see what they kind of do. We'll look at the original Kanata, Vicious, and Mizella once we're done with Kanata's stage to kind of see what we think they'll kind of go in terms of the direction for their anniversary units. Oh yeah, I forgot. Kanata doesn't get his own singular fight. His only fight is with Mizella and Vicious. I guess I could have just done one stage, but I guess to fully show off everything, it's better to do it this way. So as you can see, when we started this stage, Kanata was Earth. Well, all three of them are Earth for this stage, because obviously we're fighting Wind. I think Earth fits fine with Kanata. I mean, you kind of look at his arm. It looks like almost like kind of like a magma color with how his arm is kind of tied to his body. So I think Earth fits fine. So Kanata Earth, Mizella Water, Vicious Fire. I think those are perfect colors to kind of go with. I don't see any issues with that. He's got Rending Tiger Strike, which is 110% damage, 3 hits, all enemies. He's got Severing Maw, 250%, 6 hits, 1 enemy. And then his Mystic Art is Wailing Bladefall, which we're going to show off here in a second, which is 350%, 3 hits, 1 enemy. Which looks very like Electric Element, or Lightning, I guess you would say. So we'll go ahead and do all this. The only thing I want to say, design-wise, Mizella kind of is, to me personally, the most underwhelming looking because she really just gets a phoenix on her arm. Like, she doesn't, both Vicious and Kanata... Well, Vicious obviously is different because he's the Great Transgressor. But even Kanata is, like, there's something actually, like, growing out of his body. Like, I kind of would have liked to see if she got some kind of, like, armor or something in the same similar capacity. But it is what it is. It's still fine. I'm still going to want to summon for all 3 of these during the anniversary. And like I said, I have no doubts that these 3 are the anniversary units. There's no doubt in my mind. Now, of course, there are going to be people who ask, what about Aegis and Yuna? I think Aegis, Yuna, and Orwin will get theirs either at the 1.5 or the 2-year anniversary. I would say most likely the 2-year anniversary because they're going to want to space things out, which will be pretty crazy because, that'll be like 5 or so chapters without them unlocking their power. But, nothing else has to be like rushed like that. So I think it'd be fine if that's what they end up doing. But let's go ahead. Let's show off Rending Tiger Strike, which is an attack all. So it kind of mirrors what... the only one who's really different from their original unit is Vicious, because all of his attacks are attack all, where his regular SSR is not... It doesn't have any attack all. But with Kanata's original SSR, he has an attack all, he has an attack 1, and then his Mystic Art is an attack 1. Which... Yep, it's the same thing here. Mizella... What is your Mystic Art? Yep, it's the same thing. Mizella is a heal, an attack, and then a attack. And it's pretty much the same. So that works out. Since we're here, may as well use Blessed Heat to show it off. Very cool. And then next turn, we're going to use Kanata's Mystic Art. All right, here we go. You all ready? Of course you are. And there you have it. Like I said, it looks really, really cool. And then we'll go ahead and we'll have Vicious end things off here for us. Unless it does. Oh, okay. Mizella's gonna have to end it. Get all 3 in one turn. There you go. All 3 Mystic Arts are absolutely amazing. I would say probably 3 of the best Mystic Arts in the game. Now, of course, a lot of the older characters have Mystic Arts that are just pulled from their own game, so I guess it's not really fair to say. But, there you have it. Those are going to be... I'm not going to start the stage again, just to kind of look at the units again. These will be our 3 anniversary units, which we can look at their stats and kind of, I guess, gleam what kind of direction they're going to be. You know, Kanata seems to be more on the... Kanata has crap defense. So if that's what he's going to be, so he's going to be HP and attack heavy, but defensively weak. Mizella seems like she's going to be on the attack. Well, she seems pretty balanced, actually. I was thinking 26,000 is low HP, but she's still got another, like, 40 levels to kind of get stuff from, so she's probably going to hit around, like, 35,000 HP. Something around there, which is fine. So she's on the balanced side, which is fine because Kanata is the balanced SSR of his original one. And then Vicious on his side, he's attack. Well, he's really balanced too, honestly. The only difference between the balancing between Vicious and Mizella is Vicious has more HP, but then Mizella has a little bit more defense. So I feel like both of those are pretty balanced. It's just Kanata who's going to be stupid good on the attacking side, but his defense is going to be absolute garbage. So you're going to have to build your... if he is Earth, would be kind of crazy because most Earth units have a decent amount of defense. You'll kind of have to build your team around that, kind of give them some extra defense. But let's take a quick look before we get out of here. Which, of course, I will be doing a breakdown on the new Alicia and Mint tonight when that news drops in about 3 hours as of recording this. So let's go ahead and let's actually not allies. We want to go to Codex because we'll be able to look at the max stats. Because I do not have... I have Mizella max duped, I want to say? No, I don't. I think Kanata and Mizella are like a few shy of being max duped. I think Kanata even more so. I've only pulled him like twice. But Vicious is max duped, I know that for sure. But I don't have him at 120. So we'll just go to the Codex and we'll look at their stuff real quick. Because now that we know what they're kind of going to be, looking at that, assuming it's the same as they are in the stage, can give us definitely an idea. Okay, so let's start with Kanata. Okay, so compared to his new unit, his new unit's gonna have lower HP and lower defense, but way more attack. You know, almost more than 1,000 more, like 1,400 extra attack than this Kanata right here. So it's gonna be even more than that too, because we're only looking at even just at level 80. New Kanata is going to be hitting way harder than this Kanata, so that's really good there. Let's take a look at Mizella. Mizella was at like 4,100 attack, I believe, or what? She was around there, right? Or she was in the high 3,000s, something like that. Okay, so all 3 units are just going to be like better. I think all 3 units are gonna, besides the new Kanata having probably less defense, actually, he might still even pass him, because he's at like, what was it, 2,800? Something like that for defense, so all 3 new units, even with, you know, not being the correct, or being the same kind of type of unit, are probably gonna outshine these characters. Yeah, and of course... This Vicious is not that attack heavy at 120, but the new Vicious is gonna definitely way outshine this one. So very excited for these new units. And of course, I'll be excited when Aegis, Yuna, and Orwin get theirs as well. I'll be excited to see what kind of designs that they get in general. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So let me know what you guys think down below about the pretty much confirmed Kanata, Vicious, and Mizella SSRs we're going to be getting for the anniversary. Do you think the colors I said they're going to be pretty much the colors of the chapter are what they're going to be? If not, let me know what colors you think or want them to be down below. And yeah, we're like a month and a half away from the 1-year anniversary, and I'm very excited. The big thing for me is just, am I going to be able to hold off and skip Bride Alicia this coming Monday to save for the anniversary? I guess we're going to have to wait and find out. That's going to be it, guys. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more if you're new to the channel. I'll see you all next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.